Shut up. Wow, what was that? What word was that? Shout out to everybody in the stream. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. Drop your questions in the chat if you have them about sync licensing, because we're going to chop it up in a little bit. Let me see what we got in the building, man. I'm excited to be back for another Sync Producer Live. Let me get my volume right, because I feel like it's low. There we go. We got, let's see, Rich Rosen in the building. Rich Rosen is on time tonight. He said, what's up, Hub fam? We got KJ Lighthouse Studios in the building. What's good? We got Aaron in the building. What's good, Aaron? Michael Connor Music with the Happy Friday post. We are back. We did make it. Shout out to Jason Dowdy in the building. What's good, Jason from Canada? Blaming the NPC for claiming that's legit. It's very possible. Got caught up in an idea. We got B Ward in the building. What's up, B Ward? Y'all can check him out. Him and Jason Dowdy will be chopping it up tomorrow on Jason Dowdy Music's channel here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to his channel and get the dope interview that is Sync Producer Spotlight. It's gonna be super dope. Looking forward to that conversation. So yeah, dope stuff. We got DJ Heat in the building. What's good, DJ Heat? We got Red Ray Garcia. What's good, Red Ray? Good to see you, man. Yeah, so super dope. Let's jumpstart this joint with some community wins because y'all been crushing it from week to week, and I'm sure y'all got something to share with the community. We got Nico in the building. What's up, Nico Bay? Aaron, first stop to a bigger win. Here we go. Let's see what Aaron talking about. How do I move this dude? It says, what's good, Hub? Heard back from a library I'm working with that the album of Investigative _ they requested from me was approved and being placed in the library. Whether or not that leads to a placement, who knows? But it definitely increases the odds, so I'll take it. Now back to getting together an album I can pitch to other libraries. Onward we go. I love to see it, man. Listen, it's all about controlling what you can control. And you can control making the music, pitching the music, and then after they sign the music, it's up to them at that point. The music will do what music does. And we just go back to working, man. So shout out to Aaron. Super dope. I remember the last one he shared. He was just sharing the rejection. And now we're talking about being approved and placed in, is that my phone? In a music library. So shout out to Aaron out here crushing it. Let's see what else we got, man. We got Jason Revels. I think we officially have a win. He posted this a few days ago. Says, last summer I had the privilege of collaborating with fellow Hub member Philip Scott Bailey on a hip hop sports album. We've been pitching and submitting the project for months, and we've finally been offered an agreement with Ringside Tracks. After a lot of prayer, research, and seeking counsel, we've decided to move forward with the deal. Beyond the opportunity itself, this project taught me a lot. Going through the delivery process, preparing stems, cut downs, alternate versions, sample rate requirements, and all the details that come with professional sync delivery was a valuable learning experience. I love that. A huge thank you to Phil for being a great collaborator and to his friend Ehsan for doing an excellent job mixing the project. I also want to thank this community for all the knowledge, encouragement, and wisdom along the way. Now here's hoping that somewhere down the road, people will be subconsciously enjoying our music while watching their favorite sports broadcasts, promos, and media content without ever realizing we're the ones behind it. That's the best part. For anyone interested in submitting the Ringside Track, I've attached the submission link below, onward and upward. Shout out to Jason for sharing that with the community. We love it. If you're not inside Sync Producer Hub, get to syncproducerhub.com. You can click the link in the description. It's pinned in the chat. It's in the show notes. It's wherever you need it to be so that you can get inside and hang out with this man and get access to the dope people inside this community out here crushing it. So shout out to Jason, Philip, Ehsan out here crushing it. And like, listen, this part right here, the delivery process, preparing stems, cut downs, alternate versions, sample rate requirements. This this is what separates the people who really want to do this and the people who are just kind of curious about sync. Once you're serious and you start doing this stuff, you know if this is something you really want to do, because that'll wipe you out. Like, I'm telling you, it'll wipe you out, especially depending on which publisher you work with, because all of them are different. You could easily go from a publisher who's just like, yeah, just send me the wave and like a couple aughts. And then you got the publisher who's just like, oh yeah, here's 15 versions we need. And here are all the technical requirements. And if anything is off, we'll send everything back and you can redo it. And then you're just like, is this really what I want my life to consist of and what I want to call my work? But I love it, man. Super dope. Let's see. Tunde, Music Accepted. Just got some good news just now from Atom Music Audio. They want to sign mine and Bertel Hansen EP, and they liked all 5 tracks. I thank God for all the blessings that come my way, because I have had such a great week so far. Passed my theory test yesterday. My agent emailed me this morning that they like my Latin track and want more from me. And now this amazing news from Atom Music. Thank you all for continuing to show love and support. I'll leave the EP link below so you can have a listen if you like. Let's go, Tunde. Tunde has been in the bag. So super dope, man. I love it. Shout out to all the producers inside Sync Producer Hub, grabbing them wins, man, taking action and making it happen. Let's go. Let's see. I seen a question. Let's see if I can scroll up and find it. There we go. Illy Holiday. What's good, Illy? What's the difference between mechanical royalties and artist royalties? Well, artist royalties is what can cause confusion, because artist royalties can be a combination of mechanical royalties and performance royalties. So mechanical royalties have to do with like album sales, streams of your music. If your music is sold digitally, those, like all of that, everything that you basically get from your distributor. So let's say if you use a distributor to publish your music on Tidal, iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff, the money you receive from that is mechanical royalties. And you also have the Harry Fox agency. And then the performance royalties is anytime your music is used in a public broadcast. So that could be, if the venue qualifies, it could be a live performance, it could be TV, it could be radio. Those are like considered performance royalties. And then you have like the digital royalties from media that you can't necessarily like control. Like if you turn on Pandora, like whatever comes up plays and you just listen to it, or you can skip it, but you don't have much control over what comes on next. So like digital radio stations and things like that. And usually that's usually collected, I think, through Sound Exchange, if I'm not mistaken, unless you're working with like a pub admin or something like that, where they're kind of collecting that stuff on your behalf. That could be a possibility as well. But yeah, and then the artists, that also, like those performance royalties and things like that, that also depends on if the artist wrote anything. And it depends on what kind of deal you're in. If you're independent, then, and you're writing, it's kind of easier to kind of see those different types of royalties, but it just depends on what the situation is. So we got Allison Penn from Pahrump, hour west of Las Vegas, and it's chili dogs once again. Did we have chili dogs last week? I thought we had something different last week. Well, shout out to the chili dogs. Allison brought digital chili dogs for everybody. Shout out to Allison. So yeah. Says, I bet the music libraries that are early in alphabetical order get more. Oh yeah. I guarantee it. For sure. Those are just right there. Like you're gonna It's just like the when you, by the way, got some new merch. Sling bag. I make music, not excuses. Just in. It's available at imakemusicnotexcuses.com. As a dad, man, I carry a lot of stuff, bro. I carry a lot of stuff. And like I was like, yo, I don't even got enough pockets at this point. So I usually have either like an EDC pouch or some type of backpack or like something like that is smart. Like when you don't want to carry a full blown backpack, you know, a nice little sling bag that you can put your, you know, your little EDC stuff in, is pretty convenient. It's easy to grab, easy to, you know, maneuver. But, yeah, it's just like with the publishers when you're pitching music, right? Like, what's the point of sending a playlist of 20 tracks and if they didn't ask for it and this is a cold outreach, like what's the point of sending all those tracks and they're just going to listen to like the first few and then decide, like, you'll know. I mean, after track 2, I have an idea of where you are production wise, quality wise. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take 20 tracks and then like track 17. I'm like, you know what? I think they are pretty good. Like, no, you'll know pretty quick. And I think, you know, it's kind of like the same thing. If you're just at whatever's at the top of the list is just going to get played the most. So yeah, I'm sure that probably happens. Loving these wins. I needed to hear them after a very stressful week. Yes, indeed, man. The wins definitely keep everybody encouraged. But yeah, hope all is well, man. Chili dogs are the opposite of hot dogs. That's Rich. This is why we need Rich in the community, just because of he spots these things out. I've never, it's so obvious, and never have I thought chili dogs are the opposite of hot dogs. Bravo, Rich. We need Rich, man. He's just gonna give you a different perspective. Blows my mind every time. About a month ago. Oh, okay. You said again like it was like last week. I was just like, I thought we had like, what was it? Tuna? Was last week tuna? Yeah. Jason with a question. It says my royalty check was a little more than I expected last quarter based on the number of placements I had. Do you get royalties from reruns? How does that work? Yes, you absolutely get royalties from reruns. So anytime a show replays or airs, I kind of mixed the both, but yeah, you get royalties, and it like the amount, usually it may be a little less because it's a replay. But yeah, you just keep getting paid. It just never stops. So every time, like, let's say you get, you know, you got some stuff on a reality show and they do those marathons, right? Where they just go through, you know, a whole season or multiple seasons. Like, you will continue to get royalties for all of those reruns, which is so dope to me. So yeah, so the work, it really just stacks, man. It stacks because you got the new stuff getting placed and working for you, but then you got like the old stuff that just keeps creeping back up. So, you know, like I think like my oldest reruns that I still see royalties from, I always mention it, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like that was one of, that was one of the first reality shows I think I had music on. One of the first when I started the whole Road to 10 Placements journey. And yeah, to this day, like every now and then they'll trickle in, and then you'll see you got the reruns like locally in the States, but then international royalties will start adding up as well, because then they start replaying in other countries, or the collections finally work their way around to you in the US, and then that starts to kind of compound, and then they end up pushing it to streaming, and then you kind of get those. So yeah, yep, definitely lead with your best stuff. Everybody's mind is blown right now from the chili dog hot dog comparison. What about dogs born in Chile? Are they chili dogs too? Asking for a friend. Are they just immediately chili, and then they have to be made hot? And then if they're made hot from being born in Chile, are they still considered chili dogs? These are the important questions we need answers to. Right? I agree, Allison. Like Rich is a comedian, man. Like the punchlines punch every time. He hasn't missed. What's your opinion on using Session Player in Logic Pro or other AI-driven tools? I don't like Session Player, and it's because of this session that dates back a while back. I was mixing a session for somebody. I was only mixing with somebody else's session, and they used the Session Player, and that thing drove me nuts, because what happened, man? I was trying to do something, and I couldn't move. I was trying to rearrange something, or I can't remember, man. I was trying to do something, and that Session Player was working against me. I don't know what it was. Like it was the pattern. Like it might not have been a Session Player. It might have been that whole pattern mode when you kind of drag the thing. And I was trying to like slice something, and like, man, it was just not working right. It wasn't working like a normal MIDI region. It started changing stuff. I was like, undo. That's not gonna work. So, but I mean, I don't know. Like it's for me, being a musician, I just have way more fun just playing what I hear. And the Session Player is just not going to play what I want it to play. So I personally don't use it. However, I know other producers who use it, and they may not be like proficient in keys or bass or like whatever. So for them, they love it because it allows them to put together ideas, progressions, and things like that sound good for what they're trying to do. So that's my reason. It's not that it's bad. It's just, I just don't prefer it. And they've kind of had, like, before all like the AI hype, it's kind of been there. I feel like they just kind of expanded on it and like threw AI in front of it because, that's the thing to do. So, Nico says, is it smart to pitch the same deck of beats to multiple libraries and to catch who bites first? If so, how would you reach back out to your library expressing that the instrumental was sold? Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite thing to happen. Yes. So I personally believe it is smart to pitch the same deck to a bunch of different publishers and libraries. Why? Because if you don't, you're going to be creating a bunch of music, number one. Excuse me, which means that's going to slow your progress down, right? So, okay, let's just do simple math. Let's say you want to reach out to 10 publishers, right? So let me get my pen and pad here. We reach out to 10 publishers. And what I like to teach you guys inside the hub is build a playlist of 5 tracks, right? 5 tracks to get started, start pitching to those publishers. So if you did it the other way and you wanted fresh tracks on each playlist, you now have to create 50 tracks to send 5 tracks to 10 publishers each. So 50 tracks can be very overwhelming to create. And between track 1 and track 50, the chances of you getting discouraged along the process is very high, right? Because you have this 50 number in your head. I'll tell you right now, I haven't made 50 tracks this year. So trying to knock out 50 tracks, like quality tracks, it's a high number. It can be intimidating, especially if you're trying to get started, right? So, okay, let's say you're sticking to 50 tracks. Unless you're pitching like 5, you do 5 and then you pitch to one company. You do 5, you pitch to one company. You're just moving super slow. Versus the producers I coach, I say, hey, 5 tracks, 5 of your best tracks, pitch to 3 to 5 companies every day for 30 days. The producer I'm coaching is going to reach out to, what's that? 90 to 100 and something companies in a month versus the producer who's trying to get to these 50 tracks or get to 5 tracks and maybe hit 1, 2. If you can knock out 10 tracks in a month, you can reach out to 2 publishers. Who do you think is going to see the licensing deals faster? The producer who reached out to 100 companies or the producer who reached out to 2? That's why I prefer to pitch the same playlist to multiple libraries. And then when you do that, what can happen is a publisher will hit you back. Hey, we love all 5 of these. We want to sign them. You say yes. A couple months later, one of those other publishers hit you back. Hey, these sound great. Can we do a deal? At that point, all you have to do is say, hey, these tracks were actually, recently signed by, another publisher. But I have more just like it, or I can create more just like it. And they're usually, I've never had a publisher be like, oh, don't worry about it. Forget it. Like they were always like, all right, cool. Either that or, hey, your tracks sound great. We're actually working on a project for this XYZ. Can you do some tracks for it? And then you just say yes. And then you got another deal off of the one batch of tracks. So that's how you do it. You just stay transparent the whole time. Like just let them know, hey, it's signed. Because nothing's official until you do paperwork for those tracks, right? And I think it's a compliment when another publisher is signing your music. Like obviously it's product that people want. And I don't know about you, but like who wants music that nobody else wants? So I think it's a good look. So that's why I do it that way. It just, success has a need for speed, man. Like the faster you can move, the faster you can plow through no's and get to yeses. That's the whole concept behind it. So great question. Jason Revel says, what's your take on using AI generated artwork for music submissions to libraries and publishers? I recently heard from a company that they prefer not to use it. I think it's like a case by case basis per company. I've used it for some publishers. They don't really care about it. And honestly, I only really use it for TuneEdge, to be honest with you, because they require you when you upload to have artwork. No other publishers, like all the other publishers, they just create their own artwork. But yeah, I've never had any issues with that. So I think if there's a company that requires artwork, I would just ask them, hey, how do you feel about AI artwork? And if they're cool with it, go for it. But yeah, I think it's a mass, because like I'm not a graphic artist, right? Like I'd rather not spend a bunch of time trying to draft some artwork from scratch. You know what I mean? Especially if they're just gonna put their own artwork on it. Or it's going to be a part of an album, a different album. So I usually rarely am I creating artwork for real, unless it's something that I'm uploading myself personally or something that I'm releasing personally. Chilean sea bass isn't even from Chile. Interesting. Aaron with a question. Did you see Jason Revel's post about getting dinged for AI artwork? Oh, yep. We just talked about that. Jason says, I put up Session Player in Logic for a track and it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I think it was the drummer, so I ended up using the sound set and program my own. Yeah. I feel you, man. The Session Player doesn't use enough tritones for me personally. We need more tritones. Difficult. Sit down comedy. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. You can't go in and change. Yes, that's the issue. You can't go in and change the pattern. You can change the complexity, but I don't think you can change parts. That's the annoying thing about it. That's the annoying thing about it. So, yeah. What's up, Timo? Session Player. I'm sorry, Clint. I can't let you do that. Literally. This is locked down. Use Session Player, but replace the tracks with your own playing once it comes together. It's a great idea. Oh, Illy says you converted to MIDI. If that's the case, then yeah, you have more flexibility. That may work. Yep. Sound Mystic, what's good? So yeah, we're doing live music reviews in about 30 minutes, and guess what we got? We're giving it another try. Masa Lime. Supposedly they updated it. We're gonna find out together. This could be good or it can be bad. Stay tuned. Illy says, what steps would you take if you wanted to start a publishing admin company? Publishing admin company? I wouldn't. That's what, me personally, I would not take the steps to start one because it's too much work, man. Too much admin work. I don't like admin work. So I don't even know, man. Like I just feel like it would be so many, sub-publisher partnerships. You got to go out and build, registering with all types of companies to collect, a whole, you got to build entire infrastructure. I'd rather partner with a publishing admin, and have a publishing company, which I feel like is way less admin. It's still admin work, but it's way less, I feel like, in my opinion. So, one publishing admin that I do have for some of my music, not my sync catalog, but for a lot of the instrumentals that I've released over the years, I just use a Song Trust. They're publishing admin, and they kind of make things simple on that side where, you upload to them and then they handle registering everywhere it needs to register and collect for you. Tritones equal cowbell. You always need more. Always. If something's missing, 9 times out of 10, it's a tritone. A Disco Claude question. Wondering about using Claude Cowork to do all the formatting, setup work to gather together everything associated with the track, including metadata, and push to Disco. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I've used Disco. I've used Disco. I've used Claude Code to pretty much like put playlists together, right? To go through submissions, go through tracks, add them to a playlist, organize that playlist. I've had it update information, like details for tracks, right? So yeah, so it did all of that. It was something it couldn't do at least at that time. And I think that was well, it couldn't listen to the music to see which would fit with what. So there's like some things, right? So like if there was, so the playlist I used it on, like we were working on a show, and the episode had multiple scenes. So I would have it or create the sections for multiple scenes, and then it would look at the submission because of how everybody submitted and titled their playlist. It would look at that to be able to tell which scene it should go under. But I think the first time I did it, I don't think it at first it wouldn't move, it couldn't move the track to each section, but the last time I did it, it was able to. And I think that was because computer control was out that second time. The first time it was only co-work. I think it was like only co-work, and it could only do like certain things through Chrome, but with the computer control, it allowed it to do it, the click, it allowed it to like click and drag and do stuff like that. So I think that's why. So now, yeah, I mean, shoot, it can pretty much do whatever you want as long as you're detailed with it. For sure. Yeah, man. We got that masa lime. It's been a while. It's been it's been a long time. I mean, we gave up on it at some point. I believe you need to Discovery add-on or some other level of account to use their API, which you need to do that. I didn't even use the API. So that may give you a little more flexibility, but I didn't use the API at all. I just did it literally through the Chrome connector and co-work using Chrome connector, and then just the computer control. And it, yeah. Reviews are gonna be spicy. LW said it's good. They improved it. We gonna taste and see if it is indeed good. Masa 2.0. I wonder if they changed Masa. You never know, man. You never. I left that review. Y'all remember? I did a screenshot of the review because they emailed everybody on the I don't know if it was an influencer only thing or if it was just the people who've purchased, because I've done both. But they sent out a survey. Here it is. They sent out a survey, and you know I had to participate in the survey, right? Like, feedback is how we get better. We never shy away from feedback. So in the survey, these were my responses. It says, any other, wait, was this? Yeah, that's page 1. Okay, so it says, any other feedback on flavor or crunch? This is my favorite flavor next to Carbonaro. So I think they were asking about, what was the other flavor? They were asking about the newer Hatch chili flavor. This survey was not about lime, but I used it as an opportunity to give them lime feedback anyway. So I told them that this was my favorite flavor next to Carbonaro. And then they asked how the aftertaste was. I said, great, way better than the lime aftertaste. And then they said, do you have any suggestions for improvement? And I said, take lime off the shelf and replace it with this. And then it says, would you purchase Masa Hatch chili chips? I said, yes, absolutely, I would. And then it says, thanks for taking time to crunch with us. Do you have any other feedback you would like to share with us? And I said, no more lying. And it was honest, man, because it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good, man. So I'm glad they, they went back and tried to improve it and things like that, because it needed improvement. Like everything else, like I love the chips. I love the chips mostly, not really. I mean, the flavors are cool, but the fact that it doesn't have seed oils is like a few ingredients, literally. Like the spicy ones may have a couple other ingredients, but it's still like organic stuff. But like, I mean, the lime flavor, for example, it's organic corn. It's cooked in grass-fed beef tallow. It has sea salt and lime. That's it. There's no sugars, no added sugars. So it's just it's a clean tortilla chip if you want tortilla chips. Let me put these away because I'll purposely accidentally eat those instead of the lime. So yeah, Ramal, aka Lamar, was good. Would pig in a blanket also be considered a chili dog? See, these are like, this is a great point, because it now has a blanket. So it's more of a warm dog, not quite a hot dog, but it's warm. Disco has their own auto tagging feature for Wave AI FF uploads, but I think that's for users on the artist plan. If you can get Claude to do it for you, that's one less feature you have to pay for. That's true. It probably could go in and do that. But yeah, I love the auto tag feature on there. It's pretty accurate, except the BPM is hit or miss sometimes. But as far as like the description, it usually does a good job. That and lyric transcription, lifesaver, time savers. Love those for sure. Yeah, Davey Dave in the building was good. Allison says, when I was in college, I worked for this company where we called people and did surveys. Pretty cool job. Oh, I bet that was fun. I'm still trying to get my number off off these insurance company lists. So yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, we try and send in feedback. I'm sure like LW went on the website and like looked at some of the reviews, and there were like other people who it was mixed, but I think it was like overwhelmingly no one liked lime. And then there was the few who were just like, this is my favorite flavor. It was just like, wow. we're tasting two different chips, or we just have two different flavor profiles, because nothing was good about it, man. It was not good. It is. It really is. Like, yeah. Like, it saves a ton of time. So, yep. So shout out to Masa, man. But yeah, all their other flavors are solid, man. It was literally only the lime. That's why I went so hard on the lime, because I'm like, yo, all y'all gotta do is get this right, or just get rid of it, and y'all be good. They have some other chips, but I decided not to bring those on because I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all. They weren't good to me. And I'm not going, if I don't like it, I'm not going to share it. So yeah, Lamar says, I just got a Mac Mini M4, a Ugreen hub dock, and a MPC sample unit. Gonna be watching lots of tutorials. That's a win. That sounds like fun. I'm surprised you even on the live. Like, I would be playing right now. Have fun, man. That MPC sample looks so fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. Michael Connor on the road to securing that official MVP. He's working on it. He's working on LW, trying to pull those heartstrings. Those were paid frauds. I said it was good. Hilarious. Yeah, man. Yeah, so interesting stuff. But yeah, Claude, man. Shout out to Claude. I've been staying up to date on some of the updates. Like they updated some some version that they have out. I haven't used it yet. It's supposed to be pretty good, but I think they're gonna switch it over to more of a pay per token kind of model or something like that. But I mean, honestly, for the stuff I use it for, like the models that they have on there are really good. So yeah. Yep. Oh, I just seen the post that Jason posted about the artwork thing. Said to keep things on the safe side. That seems to be the play with a lot of a lot of companies. Use licensed stock photos for the releases. Cause I get it. It makes sense. Especially if they are also releasing this music on the streaming platforms, it could be flagged by those platforms too if it has, copyrighted content in it or whatever, or a photo or something, or it looks like somebody else and then they flag it because it looks like somebody else. So that makes sense. Jason says, I just got a new job as a team lead for OpenAI support. If I learn any tips on how to apply AI to sync, I'll share those gems. Oh, that's fire. Congrats to Jason. That's super dope. Has anybody played with OpenAI's Codex? I've heard good things, but I haven't used it. Our single release is now around 3 minutes, give or take, or less. About 3 minutes max. I think like everything I've been doing, I've been trying to push 2.5. Yeah, I think I have one of those that may be around the 3 minute mark, but yeah, I'm kind of around like 2.5 has just kind of been where I try and end up being. These are for songs, full songs too. I think what was the last instrumental project I worked on? Let me see. I can't remember. I think those were like closer to 1.5 minutes. Let me see if I have it here. June. Yeah, 2:12, 1:57. So it was about 2 minutes. I've been at around 2 minutes on instrumentals and 2.5 for full songs, and that's mostly because the publisher specifically wants 2.5 minute songs. I know we have an insider, OpenAI. So yeah, about 2 to 2.5 is where I kind of been living this year. Yep. But I am interested, man, to see how this all plays out, because I seen another article about Warner buying some AI company or something. And yeah, what, Surreal AI? I don't know. Let's check this out. So it says this was like 3 days ago. They announced an agreement to acquire Surreal AI. The acquisition advances WMG's mission to ensure that artists, songwriters, and rights holders benefit whatever and whenever their work is referenced in AI generated works or in the training of AI models. So I wonder if it's just like for their artists, songwriters, and rights holders. So it creates AI DNA to every work, breaking it into component parts and tracing how AI models use those elements. They also deliver intellectual property, provenance, audit, and compliance reporting, model optimization, AI business intelligence, and a growing NIL attribution suite that tracks how artists' voices, likenesses, and performance identities are used in AI training and generation. Surreal will continue to operate as a standalone platform, serving the broader music and AI ecosystem, strengthened by Warner Music Group's resources, scale, and strategic report. AI powers a large fan engagement and value creation opportunity for our industry while making the human provenance of music more important than ever. Bringing Surreal into WMG strengthens our capability for protection, control, and monetization, and ensures that the creative community remains in control of its intellectual property, name, image, likeness, and voice. So yeah, it looks like they're trying to get in on the infrastructure of it all. And the more control they have over all of that, then they're trying to figure out how they can get to the bag with everything that's being used in AI, so that I feel like it can be licensed and paid out to those who contribute to it. So it's been a lot of buying up and partnering and all that stuff with these major companies. So I think as the infrastructure becomes more clear and the processes and things like that are put into place, I think we'll start seeing publishers be more comfortable with AI music and things like that. But it seems like right now it's just a matter of setting up infrastructure and law. So yeah. Uniwarner Mount Flicks. What is that? I have no idea what that is. Is that a combination of like all of the all of them? It's just everybody. I like what it says. Now they just need to stick with what they're saying. Right. Sounds great. Let's see. A coalition of state attorneys general has opened an investigation into OpenAI, according to people familiar with the matter. So many investigations. AI will hopefully be a fad that goes away sooner or later. Man, yeah, I don't think so, man. I think it's here to stay. Like way too many. And listen, this is coming from a perspective of working at IBM for several years. They were already, we called it Watson, but they were already kind of implementing AI like a long time ago. And a lot of the bigger corporations have been using it. So now it's just kind of coming to the surface and public facing to where, everybody kind of has access to it. But I feel like it's one of those things that it's so intertwined and mixed into the processes of, like some of the largest corporations that, yeah, like there's no going away at this point. Yeah, internet, it's crazy. Mangoes. Shout out to Mangoes. So yeah, they're and they just been pouring so much money into it. It's been crazy, dude. And it's only a matter of time for, people start buying robots. Yeah, that thing is open. Anyone heard of a plugin called The Glue? I think it's its name. The compressor? Meta, Anthropic, Nvidia, Google, OpenAI. Oh, Mango. I got you. Mangoes. Yeah. Ah. Me too. I just thought he loved mangoes. It was just like just random shout out to mangoes. We gonna run with it. I'm here for it. you know, Sometimes you just gotta give love to mango. Uh, he thought Keith was spazzing out in the chat, just blurting out mangoes. Yeah, I haven't used it. Looks cool though. Yeah. I like plugins that glue. Especially on drum buses, man. Anything that has glue in it, I'm throwing it on a drum bus just by default. It's the first place it's going. Indeed. Any other questions? I think I got time for one more. If not, well, boom, there we go. There's Illy. What's an example of a performance royalty on TV that's not a live performance of a song? Background music on a TV show. It would be an example of a performance royalty. So it can be background music on a TV show. It can be any music on a TV show is a performance, counts as a performance royalty. So it could be the theme song. It can be a featured song. It could be a live performance that's in a TV show. I've seen I've seen detections from a clip of a show that I had music played in that played on another show. Like it was wild. I don't know what that counts as exactly. I don't know how that works, but I've seen that happen too. Doesn't happen often. Oh yeah. Ableton. But yeah, so it can be theme song, background instrumental, featured instrumental. It can be commercial, an ad, the music you hear on commercials. It can be the music you hear during sports highlights. All those will earn a performance royalty. So yeah, 100%. I've definitely used this on a drum, but and some other versions of the SSLG. Yeah. So that's it. We're gonna take a break. Go grab a snack, and we'll come back, do some live music reviews, see if your music is ready for TV and film. We're gonna try these Masa Limes again. See what's up. LW says they're good, but we don't know. Can we take LW's word for it? I'm not sure. But we're going to test it out, man. So we'll be right back. We are back. Live music reviews, seeing if your music is ready for TV and film. If it is, we'll let you know. If it's not, we'll let you know that as well. Shout out to the new people in the stream. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you do while you're here joining. Shout out to all the Sync Producer Hub members who've been kicking it with us for the past hour. This is the fun part where we listen to a bunch of dope music. And yeah, we have a good time. Shout out to the companies that are fueling these snacks tonight. So we got Masa chips. Shout out to Masa. Like, I know I talk crap on Lime, right? We're gonna see if they can redeem themselves, but I do rock with Masa chips because this is the cleanest tortilla chip you will be able to find. Like, literally no seed oils, which is the biggest thing. It's cooked in beef tallow. It's literally only like a couple ingredients, one being the corn that makes the chip. Everything else is just sea salt, lime. It's just natural stuff. So it's good. You don't feel like crap after eating it. Like, if you ate a bag of Doritos, you're going to feel like trash eventually. But you could literally go through a whole bag of these and you'll feel fine. You probably can get a couple grams of protein in there. But so yeah, shout out to Masa. And then I got a couple new candies, right? So last week, shout out to Zolly. Zolly candy. I tried their sour Zaffy Taffy, which it was kind of these things here, right? But I almost ate the whole bag on air. So I limited myself to 3, okay? Because I went overboard. I went overboard last week and it was irresponsible because they were so good. But this week I got the regular Zaffy Taffy. These are the non-sour ones. But then I also got the Azauer Taffy. It's like the bigger ones. It's kind of like an Airhead package thing. So cool thing about this candy is it's a pretty clean candy. Actually, if you had to give your kids anything, it would probably be this. My kids love it. But 0 sugar, it's keto friendly, vegan friendly, no artificial dyes, natural flavors, gluten free, allergy friendly. So, and the ingredients that it has, it actually helps prevent cavities. So there's like some acidic stuff happening. You can check out the details. The link is in the description to both of these. Check them out. It's pretty cool. It's a snack that won't kill you eventually. So let's get started, man. So I cracked open the Masa chips. I got a bowl of Masa chips. Shout out to my kids. I borrow their bowls all the time because they're so convenient. And yeah, I have not had these. I just opened them just to pour a few in this bag. And I have not tasted these since they updated them. So this is going to be a fresh review of the new and improved Masa Lime. I can tell you right now, they did update the chip because it used to be the lighting's kind of blowing this out, but it used to be the darker chip. Do I have any of the darker ones? It used to be the darker chip, but I think they switched it to the lighter chip, the white corn, right? So this is like their original chip. It's just organic corn, and then this one is, I think they use like white corn, so it's like it's lighter than the original, which again you probably can't really see because the light, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna see. So let's get into it, man. Drop some fire emojis if y'all ready to listen to some music. We're gonna pull up this leaderboard and see who's on here to see which 3 producers are gonna get played first. And it looks like we got Caesar. Janelle is she's been moved, so we're gonna skip her. So Caesar, Dave, and then Jason will be the top 3 as long as they submitted something. If they didn't submit, then we'll just keep it moving. Rich Rollins says, next week I will say that Dave was associate executive producer on my track, collabing with me, and maybe I'll win the poll. Hey, I'm telling you, man, it's possible. Yeah, they're pretty good, man. And then use the code in the description. It'll give you 20% off your first order. It basically tells them Clint sent you, and they're like, oh, give them a discount. So shout out to Masa, man. All right, so let's go, man. Caesar, I see fire emojis in the chat. I see Lamar chiming in from Columbus, Ohio. My home for a year. Home for a year this month now. Dope. Logic Pro 12.2 user. Oh, Davey didn't submit anything, so we're just gonna run down the list. I think Aaron ends up being on there, so that's cool. Thanks for letting us know, Davey. All right, let's get it poppin'. Live music reviews. Caesar is up first, aka Sound Mystic. And last week was crazy. Here we go. Starting at the bottom. Peace, Sync Producer Hub fam. Something very different this week, and I feel like I'm really putting myself out there with this one. It's not the type of music I usually share. It's the type of music that is less commercial and comes from a deep place in the soul and has to come out sometimes to keep your sanity. I'm sure you all can relate. Absolutely. It's a demo song I composed, performed, produced, and mixed, and that's me singing. I don't know how I would classify it, but it sounds to me like something that can be the theme song to some crazy Netflix series about a human versus alien race end of times war. Sorry, it's kind of long. I haven't made a shorter edit. Hope y'all enjoy. Let's check it out. Uh-oh. So much. Y'all got to put him up. Oh, he found it. He's good. He's good at it. Says we gotta run. Definitely feels like emotional vibe. Love the progression and the production and the melody. The vocal. We ain't gonna run. We gonna run, no, we ain't gonna run. We ain't gonna run. We ain't gonna run, no. Yeah, I like it. I would turn it into a full song, and I would cut it down, of course. But yeah, we aren't gonna run. Like I can hear that. I can hear that on some type of movie series. But yeah, I like the production. I like your voice on it. I think it has I think it fits like the vibe of this track, but with some increased vocal production, throw some verses on there, and then maybe like, I think it'll have to definitely build vocally on your hooks, like especially like for that last hook, with some type of background vocals or instrumentation, because it gets repetitive, but I like it. I think you have a great start to a good song for sure. Rich says, from the film The Running Woman, I call this Patty's. Yes, this is Patty's theme song. This is Patty's theme song. That is hilarious. Like the vocal production, simple and effective. It's got the emotion to it. Yep. Yeah, it is super chill. Yep. Mystic. There you go. This is Patty's new theme music. This is exactly Patty's new theme music when she's running. We need to just add this to the queue. Play this mid flares trailer playing. So yeah, dope stuff, man. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, I tried this Masa Lime. I tried it. It's better. It's better. It's, for whatever reason, that flavor on the other chip did not work. I think I don't know. It was something. It's chemistry or something, because the darker, I feel like the other chip has a darker flavor profile. It didn't match with the lime. It just made everything taste like ground. But now, with this white corn, it's good. I can honestly say every chip in the masa tortilla chip lineup is good. I'll eat. I can eat these. This doesn't taste like earth. That's good. Shout out to Masa. They fixed it, man. They honestly fixed it. That's what I expected it. Cause I was the most, like, when I got the first bundle, I was the most excited about the lime. Cause I think Chipotle, I think, that citrus rice and flavor that they put on their chips. I'm like, oh, bet, like that's gonna be fire. It was not fire. But now it's fire. Yeah. We're good. Masa redeemed line. LW, you were right. LW was right this whole time. We doubted her, but the whole time she was right. It's actually good. She must have had the new batch. It's good. It's good. Yes. It's good. So, all right. Let's keep it moving. Davey Dave said he did submit. So we got Jason Revels up next. Jason. Let's see if we got a submission from Jason. Oh, excuse me. Burping already. I only had 3 chips. Did we get a submission from Jason? No? I don't think we did. He's just been... Nope. Okay. Moving on right along. We got Aaron. Aaron, did you send something this week? I see Prime. I see Felipe. There we go. Says, all right, been in the shed all week working on my sound, and I think I finally got my lane someone locked in, as well as getting more distinct in my intention for the tracks. This track, called Overture, is intended for placement under a title card, documentary, cold open, or prestige TV establishing sequence. And the 12 words or less description of my lane is currently post bop harmony and boom bap rhythm combined for serious storytelling. Let's check it out. I am K-Lo. I like that trumpet. I agree. It's chill to go along with Allison's chili dogs. I'll probably have add some Sting ending. The one thing I would say where the trumpet comes in, the trumpet solo, I would probably tone down the 808. The 808 was like bouncing around quite a bit, and I feel like it took away from what the trumpet was doing. But I like it. I like the sound. It also, I think it also work well for like every. I think it's the mallets of like holding music. Holding music. It also has like a sophistication to it, like something that you could hear playing too, like in the background of some. I don't know, like some with the 808s, maybe some type of show where they're walking through a lobby somewhere, but you also kind of have the sauce of like the 808s going as well. So I like it. Yeah, I think just tweaking up, mixing them drums, turning like some of the drums up, kick, snare, things like that, and then just toning that 808 down where that trumpet is, and then bringing it back to do what it was doing. But yeah, I rock with that. Good stuff, Aaron. Yep, one whole lounge, having a great time. Yes, it's super chill, laid back. Muted trumpet, the clashes resolved nicely, creating some unease and gentle tension. I like that, gentle tension. Yep. Dope stuff. Let's go. All right, let me see. We play Caesar. We play Aaron. Who's next? We need one more from the list. Let's go to the leaderboard. Boom, boom. Oh, dang, that switched. Jared. Did we get one from Jared? Jared, are you with us? Let's see. I don't think I remember seeing Jared's name on the list this week. I didn't. All right. Well, we about to be at number 10. Tunde. I don't think I seen Tunde either. Tunde been getting these wins though. I'm gonna tell you that. Tunde may not have a submission this week, but he's got several wins. Yeah, I don't think I seen Tunde either. Let's go. We gonna get somebody on this list. Janet? I don't think I remember Janet either. Hold on, let me double check. Through my multiple scrolls, I feel like I would remember it. Nope. I don't see it. B Ward. I don't think I seen a B Ward. Tim Burton. All right. That's the whole list. We, for the first time ever, went through the entire 7-day leaderboard and we got two. We got 2 out of, 10? All right. It's all good. Let me do a one last sweep. I think that's it. Okay, cool. All right, let's start at the top. Let's start. I'm so excited, man. The Lime is back. Lime has redeemed. They've redeemed themselves. Gabriel Dos de los Reyes. About to get into these taffies. You know what? I do know this, and never once thought to use it in this scenario. Thank you for reminding me that this can be done. Yeah, I think this is ready. I think this is ready, man. I love how his tracks just get straight to it. But yeah, solid mix. I think the mix is on point. Structure is great. We got that sting ending in there. The vibe is nice. I can hear that being used after a nice little dramatic dramatic tense, a little tension scene. Maybe after an argument or something, or maybe something just went a little bad, a little unexpected, negative surprise. But yeah, I think that's ready, Gabriel. Good stuff, man. In real time, for sure. Yeah. And still kind of smooth. But yeah, on the I would agree. It was on the darker side than you know, what he typically has submitted. So yeah. Great work. Nate did this one for a brief last night that needed intense cinematic electronic EDM styled cues for an elimination in a competitive game show. I might need to go back and make some tweaks to pitch again, but I was in a time crunch and this is what I got. As always, appreciate the feedback. What flavor was this taffy? Yo, this taffy, even the non-sour one is good. I gotta figure out. I'm not sure what flavor it was, though. We'll figure it out. All right, uphill battle. Sounds intense. It's fire. Yeah, that was fire. I agree with the sound selection. Was great on here. Yeah, and honestly, it would be minor tweaks, man. But I don't know. Yeah, very, very minor, just volume tweaks on certain sounds, but like transitional sounds. But this sounds great. I mean, to knock it out in time for the brief, like I don't think they're gonna be super duper picky. This sounds dope. Definitely sounds competitive. It's moving. Love that bass, like that gritty, distorted bass guitar sound. That's fire, especially for a track like this. And then the drums are those drums and those cinematic hits are literally hitting. So yeah, dope stuff. I think it's ready. Well, if it wasn't ready to go, it went. So hopefully something comes from it. How does YouTube know your bedtime? Is it just like trying to get you to get off because it's 10? That's hilarious. YouTube was right. My bedtime is now 10. This is hilarious. All right. Yeah. That bass is fire. Dope stuff. I don't know what flavor that was. That might have. So I guess it has pineapple. I thought it tastes like apple, but it was pineapple. They have pineapple, grape, orange, and strawberry. It might have been. I don't know. It might have been orange. I think it might have been orange. I don't know. They don't put the flavors on the individually wrapped ones. But look, check this out. They put jokes. You know how Laffy Taffy has jokes? Well, Zaffy Taffy, they have jokes on the bottom of the bag. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if it'll. There's jokes on the bottom of the bag. Is there jokes on these little individual ones? I don't think there's wait a minute. No. There's no joke on here. But the one on this one says, why does a seagull, I'm sure Rich would appreciate these jokes as a comedian. Why does a seagull live by the sea? Because if it lived by the bay, it would be a bagel. I don't think it's as good as Rich's jokes, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's something to look at while you chew. All right, so that was Nate's dope stuff. David Sanner. Let's see what David's been cooking up. Been loving the improvement I'm hearing week to week. Good morning, fam. Hope everyone has a great day and weekend. Not going to be able to attend music review. Got to work. David is a working man. I respect it. He's going to work. If he ain't going to do anything else, he will be working. We'll catch the review recap this weekend since I'm off. Let's go. Patty P, we have a theme song for you. I think you missed it, but the hook, what was the hook, Mystic? What was it? I'm not gonna run, something like that. We made that your theme song. So, all right, let's see what David been cooking up. Fight music. We ain't gonna run. 100%. This one be crazy. To get the mix right. Yep. It's perfect. Yes. Give us some more low end. That would be good. This is David Sanner. Give us a sting ending, David. Come on with the sting. Almost. Honestly, I thought this was I thought that part was the sting. Honestly, you could cut it you can cut it right there and have just the bell hit once, and then that could be the sting ending. At a bass or 808 on there. And then the only thing mixing, it's just mixing, turning like the volume down on some of those songs, or it's not some of the songs, some of the sounds. But I like this idea. It feels like aggressive action, sports. You introduce a new melody in there, maybe layering that clap with a snare. Just some minor tweaks, but I like this one. It was consistent throughout. You stay with the main idea. Yeah, length is on point. Good stuff, David. Good stuff. Keep it up, man. Almost convinced he created a Smurf account. Like, how is he working so much and progressing this fast? Like, he's literally at work getting better as he works while working. He just comes back better. But yeah, good work, man. I like this. Dave says, either you've been trolling us the whole time or you really put your head down and went to work. This is really, really good, man. Yeah. Dope stuff. Frederick, what's good? Happy Friday. Oh, that's Frime. What's good, Frime? Prime time, Frime. All right. That was David. We played errands. We got Felipe. He says, hey, y'all, I've been moving out and these past 2 weeks were intense. I had to put everything in the right order and make a priority list. Happy to be able to catch up on everything in the community. Man, moving. Who likes it? Raise your hand. Drop a 1 in the chat if you love moving. I've never heard anyone like just be like, man, I love moving. I like going into new spaces, but the act and process of moving stuff into said space is the worst possible thing, man. It's so annoying because it has to be done no matter what. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. I was so tired of it. Like when we moved here like 10 years ago, we hired a company and still it doesn't even change. It doesn't even change. It still sucks, even with help, because you still got to pack this stuff up. It's just, there's no way around it. Goodness. There's only a handful of people I will help move, and they know who they are because I've helped them move before. But don't ask me. Like, I'm just not the one to ask. Moving is crazy. And then don't get put, because listen, if you've ever been put in a situation where you volunteered to help somebody move and you walked into that situation and you immediately know that person or that family is not organized, that is the worst. That's what makes people hate moving. It's the unorganized ones where it's just stuff in just every little pieces. It is just crazy. There's no organization. It's just everything. That's the worst. But when you walk in, somebody got a game plan. They got the room staged and boxes labeled. You know, like, boom. You can get in and out. Other than that, it's a disaster. Even if they say we'll pack you up, it doesn't work. Yeah, man. Because then it's like the constant questioning. Like if you don't put a system in place, they're like, where you want this? But man, moving. Shout out to Felipe for moving. As lap music has been in high demand these times, I've also been focusing on, or I've been exchanging with a French trumpeter named Awen Rabe, or Robbie, that I've worked with before for some lo-fi stuff. And here's one of the tracks we've came up with. Feedback always appreciated, and can't wait to listen to what y'all come up with. All right, let's check it out. I'm glad he's done moving, hopefully. I think so. King of Bill's hilarious. Okay, that flavor was orange. That was definitely orange. That was good. It still has a bit of sour. It's kind of has its own little sourness to it, even though it's not sour. This was dope. Love the instrumentation. Love the horns. It just feels live and vibey. And yeah, I like it. It feels authentic for sure, which it is. So good stuff, Felipe. I think it's ready to go. Janelle says it sounds like some things she hears on international detective shows, which is dope. So yeah, definitely placement ready. That thing is ready. I would do a whole album of that. Trumpet was killing. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Where's Kimberly? She would be crumping right now. She would do her version of the Latin crump. She has different types. All right, we got Keith up next. This is where there were more moments of sustained chords, but otherwise I've got nothing to say. Boom, there you go. All right, so we got it says, hope everybody had a great, productive, and rest-filled week. Redacted is a tension track that Davey Dave and I collabed on this week. Huge shout out to the bro, sharpening the steel with this project. I hope we're ready for this. These collabs have been insane. It's a perfect track for crime shows, mysteries, and documentaries as an underscore or a show intro. Let's go. Lay crump. Let's go. Oh boy. Mystic song. Loving these sounds and that piano, the strings. This feels like a good movie. Sheesh. So we just gonna walk the piano up into a Sting ending like that? That's how we feel. Listen, these collaborations are getting dangerous, y'all. They're getting dangerous. That was a great body of work. That was a movie. I need a video. You need a whole movie, a whole Netflix crime series for this. Man, there was a lot. There was a lot going on in that scene. Yeah, that was crazy. Good work, fellas. It's a Keith and Davey connection. Dave. Yeah. That came out great. Yeah. Did I DJ Horn there? Yeah. Great work, y'all. Wow. All right. Man, that needs to be on a movie. It says, what's up, family? Happy to share another prod for the live review. Hope everybody's doing great. Let me know what y'all think of this. It's called Bad Dreams. Have a great weekend. Straight into it. That's ready. That yeah, I can hear that on a tense, dramatic scene as well. Great instrumentation on there. Drums. Love the cinematic layer on top of that. Yeah, I rock with that. That's definitely syncable. It's good to go. Optimus Prime strikes again. Why is this stuck on? Is it stuck? I feel like it's stuck on that screen. What do y'all see on y'all's page? It's my stuff spazzing out, apparently. Let's try this. There we go. That fixed it. All right. Man, y'all coming with the heat this week. This poll should be interesting. We're going to come back to Janelle. Michael, DJ Heat Humphrey. Okay, fam, here's the third West Coast track. Either y'all gas me or this is really where I'm hanging out. I mean, I'm in Texas now, but I guess if DOC can go from Dallas to Compton, I can go from Compton to Dallas. The mix is rough, but I wanted y'all to hear it. Nah, bro, the West Coast stuff has been on point. They are, like, every time Frime has some unique sound in his track. Agreed. Prime time, crime, Frime. There we go. All right. It sounds dance with each other like they're passing. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. we go. I like the sounds on here too. It's like some West Coast with some lo-fi sprinkled in there. Yeah, I think he said he was still working on the mix too. I was gonna say, yeah, turn that bass up. No doubt, man. That piano glues everything together. Yep, I rock with it. Tighten up the mix, and I think that thing will work. Whole West Coast album, going crazy. West Coast in Dallas. Let's go. We got Ken Stavis. He's been hitting us with some heat too. Hi everyone. This is something I composed a while back. It was for a home renovation podcast brief, something with a HGTV connection. I like watching the HGTV networks. Why was I about to struggle with that? So I jumped at it. It didn't fully land, but the people said they liked it. I brought it back out to pitch. It is called On My Way Home, Sunshine High Five. Let's go. On My Way Home. No doubt, DJ Heat. Boom. But he nailed the sound 100%. Oh my gosh, I don't even recognize this. This is my home. Yeah. No, it was nice. I think you nailed the vibe. I think the mix could improve it and make it better, because it just felt like it was I don't know, if it just felt overly compressed. Like, I feel like it just needs to kind of breathe a little bit more. I don't know if it's less compression so that we can kind of feel the dynamics of the track more, especially something like this with the drums and you got the guitar to just feel more live in your face. But yeah, I think if you can fix the mix on this, I think you nailed it in terms of just structure, instrumentation, all of that. It's HGTV all day. Home Shopping Network. Yeah. Yep. Good edit points. HGTV. Take out the bass. So yeah, it's there, man. Good work. Good work, Kim. Shout out to Tim. Rich, Robot Ranch. What is it? It's twangy Western guitars. It's 90s chill. It's 80s Euro disco appreciation. It's 70s Zep-bound snare drums. It's up-tempo, down-tempo. It's a celebration of throwback television for a demographic that wants cowboys. It's Westworld, where the robots have taken over and the AI apocalypse is upon us. This has gone to another level. It's masa chips with ranch dressing. This John was not planned in advance. It had a mind of its own. I, on the other hand, did not. Chalk it up to my head injury. Ouch. Box.com wasn't cooperating, so I updated the link. Sorry if you got stuck trying to listen. This is the disclaimer right here. This is next level. All right. This is everything that Rich said it is and is not. All right. Love the movements. That synth needs to be saved for anything sci-fi. You always got to listen to the very end with Rich because he'll throw in a surprise. That was that was fun to listen to. Like I can hear that in some animation, video games, some sci-fi stuff. I think the mix could be a little more polished. You know, like bringing drums up a little bit. And some of the other sounds. I think that like the arpeggiators is like out in front, but well, I was about to say something else. Yeah, that synth lead was crazy. But yeah, I like it. It was fun. It was interesting. In his own lane. Yeah, for sure. It will work great in the Fallout show. Rich doesn't miss. This feels like something Jacques Fresco would have played at his Futurism Nature Hub. Yeah, Rich is so good with this genre. Yeah, I agree. He's locked in. Yeah. Yeah, that reverb and delay has some classic vibes to it. And shout out to the Mini Moog. Video games. Yeah. Dope stuff, Rich. I rock with it. Cecil. Good evening, everyone. I hope all is well. Missed last week due to travel, so I can't wait for the music review tonight. I've created an up-tempo house track that I would like some feedback. Still working out my mixing and mastering, so all expertise and knowledge are welcome. Track name, My Beat Goes. Genre is house. Tempo is 126. Oh. I thought the same thing. As soon as I heard it, I thought video games. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, man. Mixing wise, man, I would maybe turn the kick up. That synth that's doing that, I would probably bring that up a little bit in the mix. But yeah, man, aside from that, it sounds really good. Yeah, that's about ready to go. Great use of space. You got the, other sounds I can hear the panning and things like that. Love those synth chords you got in there. Yeah, definitely. Immediately, it felt like video games, and then somebody mentioned like a runway show. I could hear that too. Energy is amazing on this joint. It's moving, 100%. Nice panning, indeed. Kimberly Durr, we needed you. We needed you earlier, Kimberly Durr. We needed a Latin crump, a Latin crumper. To who was that? Felipe's track. We was just like, man. But yeah, this is dope. Street Fighter, workout music. Not mad at that. Dance Dance Revolution. Ooh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. The Sync Supremes are all here. That's it. It's complete. Kimberly walked in, and the Supremes united. I told him you have crumps for different, just all types of different parts of the world. It's international crumping. It's not, it's not just one region. Kimberly's international with the dancing here. All right, we got Rod Mosby. Empire Ascension is a powerful hybrid orchestral hip-hop production combining modern urban drums, cinematic orchestral elements, and trailer-style energy. Strong rhythmic foundations support emotional orchestral movement, creating a modern blockbuster atmosphere with commercial appeal. We're going to check it out. So I just tried this, the bigger sour Zaffy. It tastes the same like the smaller ones I had last week, just in a different packaging. But it's good. I like the. I don't know. I guess it depends. Depends on what you want. I mean, obviously you get more in this one. The individuals you get the more flavors and more pieces, but it is good, solid. It's definitely my favorite. This is watermelon. All right, let's go. Let's see what this Empire Ascension is about. Patty may have to play her theme song for this one. I think it's some headroom to turn the volume up. Yep, I agree. Mixing needs work on this one. And then your overall volume. I think yeah. Because it sounds like there's some distortion, like some sounds are kind of clipping, but then the volume's also low. So yeah, I would just kind of revisit that, tighten up the mix. But I like the track though. Nice instrumentation. Yeah, once you tighten that up, this joint will be good to go. Good work, Rod. Wait, he's got a video. Oh, it's a video demo. We got to watch the video demo. All we need is that the sound design from the video. Glue it all together. Yep. Dope stuff. Yeah, definitely has some great potential there. Indeed. Yep. The Tea and Crumpets, my new band name. Let's go Tea and Crumpets. Shout out to Flares. The choir and the background works nicely, but needs to have a little more character, phaser, chorus. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Agreed. Yeah, let's go. It puts things into context too. You kind of see that video. Nico Bay. Happy Friday to the Hub. This beat is titled Danny Phantom Goes Dirt Biking. Yeah, wow, after we just seen a dirt bike. Hip hop, rap, Atlanta trap type, instrumental, all animation, video games, trailers, etc. Let's check this out. Yeah, it kind of has a quirky tension vibe to it. Like when you know you about to get a character introduced to the scene or walking in, it kind of has that vibe. It's a little busy in terms of synths and things like that. Just depending on what the brief is looking for, it could work for or against you. I would like to hear more rhythm established in something like this, though, especially if we're going more hip hop, trap. I definitely would want more drums to carry the rhythm section in this track. But I definitely think it's something to build off, to build on, or build from, however you want to say it. And then mixing, just getting the mix tighter, having sounds kind of sit in their own space, using panning, EQ, things like that. Maybe taking some stuff out, adding some drums. That's what I would do there. But yeah, it definitely feels like some type of quirky character or something. I can see that in a scene like that, where it's just like, here comes like this, I don't know, this clumsy character that, was trying to be super serious, but like nobody takes them serious or something like that. Tritonic majesty for sure. I think Clint's chewing needed a little more compression in that track. But other than that, I think his stems are good to go. To fill it up. I think taking one of those synths out, replacing it with something that fills up that mid-range would be beneficial. On and off beat. This is so interesting. I'm gonna have to like go back and watch some of these and just see my chewing cadences for myself. All right, let's if you're just tuning in, we retried the updated Masa Lime. We gave it another try, and it's better. It's significantly better. It no longer tastes like, you're pulling chips out of the ground, out of the earth. It doesn't taste like stem. It tastes like the first one. We was like, yo, it's like they just chopped roots of a lime tree and just bagged it. That's what it tasted like. But now they switched the chip. They're using, I think, the white corn chip or something. It's just a better way of life. I'm glad they did it. Now I can stand behind every flavor that Masa chip has. I love every flavor. I've tried every flavor. My top two would be Cabanero, which I devoured that bag. Cabanero, and then the chili, the Hatch chili, which is the darker green one. Those are fire. And then honestly, I never thought I would say this, but the lime might pull up number 3. The lime might pull up to number 3, because I love lime in anything like Mexican food, tacos, whatever, sauce, like just that hint of lime is everything. So I think I'm gonna bring that lime to number 3. You see that one leaf? I got my other plant back there. That one's growing too. So yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. Loving what I'm in this week's Masa leaderboard. Yeah, man. Lime moved up after about a solid year and a half, I don't know, maybe 2 years. Lime, we threw that all the way out. They redeemed themselves, man. I rock with that. I'm glad we gave it another chance. See, that's what you can't count them out. Sometimes you got to circle back. All right. Michael Connor, we got to come back to. David DeHart. Hey fam, back at it again this week with another chill hop vibe called Smooth Sunset. Excuse me. I managed to repurpose the drums from an old track and adjusted the BPM. Happy to know some old songs on the drive can live again. Let me know how we feeling. Let's go. I'm saying. Immediately feels like sunset. The vibe has been established. roll off some of the high end on those cymbal swells, risers. This joint's a vibe though. Yeah, this was a smooth sunset indeed. Yeah, drums are fire on here. Love the vibe, love the melody, love the instrumentation. Yeah, my only critique was just I thought when those risers came in, I had to kind of tone it down a little bit, but other than that, great. Mix sounds solid for the most part. And yeah, that joint's good to go. I like that. Michael wants a little more bass, subtle trumpet, super smooth. Those drums rolls transition into the next bar, very engaging. Like, oh yeah, 100%. Dating shows, yeah, they'll eat that up, especially with that title, Smooth Sunset. Yep. I can hear that. Good work, Devin. Mark, a.k.a. Flares. Allen. We'll come back to Mark. Let me refresh. I think we may be entering pre and MVP section here. Let's make sure we didn't get any lingering submissions. Okay. We good. All right. We got Janelle, Flares, Michael. All right, let's kick this joint off. Michael's gonna kick it off until we somehow figure out a way. We're still trying to figure this situation out, how we can maneuver him into official MVP. He's just in this holding place. W has him in this MVP holding place. I don't even know what to call it. Let's first get this poll popping because very crumpable. We're gonna start ranking songs based on crumpability. All right, that's gonna be a measurement. Crumpability. Can you crump to it? Syncability and crumpability. Those are the two most important things. The air traffic controller won't let him land. He's just in air, running out of gas. They have to keep bringing in fuel planes to keep him in air. Eventually, his engine is just going to blow out. He's just going to have to land in MVP at some point. He's just flying over it. All right. Poll time. Crumpability, man. It's crumpability. Crumpability ratings. All right. Ratings. Nobody wants to hear that. Let's see. Poll. Start a poll. Who y'all got? All right, y'all. Start dropping some names. I know we got to put Keith and Davies collab in there. That thing was crazy. That thing was crazy. I just put it in there myself. Y'all ain't even got to type that one in there. We just gonna throw that in there. Felipe, that was a good one. Those horns. Nate had another good one. DJ Heat with the West Coast joint. Cecil. We had a lot of good ones. Kim Dursamit crumping videos. We need a real-time live cam. just watch her crump reaction videos. That's what we need. As the tracks play, we can see firsthand with our own eyes the crumpability of each track, and that'll help us rate them. Because if we see we can see she's kind of struggling to crump to this one because of the tempo. It's not quite a crumpable tempo, and then we know where it stands. LW says, Michael should have never accused me of rigging votes. Now I have to rig his MVP status. This dates back at least like 2 to 3 years. This is hilarious. I feel like they did. Didn't you guys do one? Didn't this happen? Keith David Ken's was, yeah, that was a strong one. The HGTV joint. Felipe, DJ, Nate. I think I seen Nate a few times. And DJ. Okay. Let's start filling these in. We're going to get Felipe in there. I've seen Nate a few times too. Nate and Ken. Let's Nate and Ken. There we go. Boom. Poll is dropped. I need y'all to drop some strings in the chat so that we can play and eventually allow Michael to land an MVP here someday once they figure out these elections. Frime was crazy too. I thought I did. I don't think it was Oh, wait. Are you talking about for tonight? Oh, so okay, Rich. I think you might have been gone that week or out. But Janelle has transitioned to MVP. That's why we skipped her. So she's coming up. Actually, she's coming up next. After Michael. After we do this pre MVP thing. Everybody wins. That's what started it. That's what started this fraud to begin with. This voter fraud is the everybody wins thing. And that's when the confusion started. It started with LW. And then somehow Michael got thrown into the mix. So it's all crazy. We've been sorting this out for years now. At some point, we got to figure it out. All right. I see the strings. Okay. I see the strings. Let's go. Michael Connor. Oh, we got a video. Hold on. He says, "What's good, everyone? We're going back into time. I'm going back to Berkeley. You went to Berkeley? In my early days learning about composition, submitting something from one of my assignments." Okay, so this is the thing about this taffy. It purposely causes you to salivate, and it's the stuff that helps fight bacteria that feeds cavities. The thing is, when you're trying to talk and you got too much saliva producing, it gets real awkward and you start sounding crazy. So it says, submitting something from one of my assignments and composing a sad ballad. I went with some solo strings to support and mimic the conversation between Akilah and her dad with some supporting instrumentation. It was great to write, to picture, and to have popular and mainstream films at that time. This is a deleted scene from Akilah and the Bee. I'm struggling to read. I refreshed the cue with some newer sounds, but notation-wise is exactly as it was 13 years ago. To the Sync Supremes, LW. He definitely threw LW in there. Hope you enjoy a video submission. Kim, apologies, as it won't be long enough. Patty, I don't think you need to run for this one. LOL. All right, let's check it out.
You ever heard of these words? Yeah, probably did.
This was such a good movie, by the way. This is great. Taffy talk is wild.
Panacea. P-A-N-A-C-E-A. Anachronism. A-N-A-C-H-R-O-N-I-S-M.
That wasn't long enough. We just need you to score the whole film for us, please. Now that was great. Like, it felt like it was a part of the film.
A-N-A-C-E-A. Anachronism. A-N-A-C-H-R-O-N-I-S-M.
Yeah. Good work. Shout out to Michael. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how it started. I'm just trying to find a starting point because I know it started at some point. I just don't know exactly when. But yeah, I agree. So much emotion. There we go. Sir Connor. Boom. Good stuff. But yeah, dude, like, Berkeley, back to the Berkeley thing. Berkeley is just amazing. People come out of Berkeley. It's crazy. Some might say Michael has to pull some strings to get to official MVP. Did y'all catch what Keith did right there? Pull some strings. The king of strings. Yes, Janelle has the target emoji. So speaking of that, go ahead, drop that target emoji. so we can play hers. Yeah. Yeah. It draws you in and then stop immediately. Oh, it wasn't supposed to cut off that early. Okay. Didn't know that. Well, that I guess that makes us feel better. Dope stuff. All right. I'm seeing the target emojis. Let's get to Janelle Costa. Good work, Michael. This was the one Rich was referencing. All right. Oh, wait. This is so. Wait, Davey got 2 collabs on the board this week. So this is Between Two Suns, collaboration with Davey Dave, who truly brought this track to life. It started as an idea I wasn't sure where to take, and he elevated it in ways I never would have imagined on my own. The track is an uplifting cinematic piece built around warm piano, evolving strings, and a strong sense of forward motion. It starts off intimate and reflective, then gradually builds into a bigger emotional ending full of hope and optimism. Would love to hear everyone's thoughts and feedback. Let's go. Davey collabed into MVP tonight. How about that? MVP zone. I know, right? It probably was a taffy swat. Let's blame it on Zaffy Taffy. All right, let's check this out. Amazing vibe. Golly, that got beautiful. Wow. Like that that was hopeful. That felt like the turning point in a movie where like everything turns around and you got the resolution. That feels like that part of the movie. Yep. That's some that feels like a Kendrick Brothers film. That's what that feels like. Super inspirational. Great work, y'all. Janelle, Davey, dope collab. Davey has been crowned freaking collab king with all the assists recently. Good work. I'm gonna call Davey Dave the finisher. If there's anything unfinished or you're stuck, pass that joint to Davey. Watch what happens. Let's go. All right. It's another one. Fire. Drop some fire in the chat. It's Flares time. No new brand work. Excuse me. To share yet currently, but not sure if I shared this before. Uplifting, inspiring theme, perfect for the Spurs intro at Game 5. Yo. I call BS. I call BS. Inspiring theme, perfect for the Spurs intro at Game 5 specifically. What do y'all think? Drop a 1 in the chat if you think this is going to sound like how he explained, or drop a 2 in the chat if you think this is going to take a turn for the worst. Rich sounds like Rich got some unresolved issues there. Patty, cue up Patty's theme song for this Spurs intro. Two all day. Kimberly thinks it's gonna be the inspiring theme. He's done it before. Like there was one where it was just like, I don't know, Flares, but then it was what he said it was. All right. Let's see. Moment of truth. That's true. I feel like the Knicks fans are different. Like, man, like the passion of Knicks fans is different. It's something nostalgic about it. Here's the Spurs intro. That's crazy. As soon as I heard, where's that sound? That. You start hearing sounds like that, it's time to get out of wherever you are and get away. Because that is not a normal sound. Oh, man. That joint's crazy. That T-Rex old wooden door cello sound is out of control. That thing wins every time. That thing wins every time. I would agree. Yeah. Patty P's out of here. Patty P is out of here. Where's the theme song? Here we go. Meanwhile, Patty ran and flew. As you can see here. Kim also ran, danced. She took a train, called the police, took a rocket ship into space, flew to a different planet, then ran and danced on that planet. That's what that was. All right. Man, that's crazy. Spurs are inspired after that. Yes, we have actual footage of the Spurs being inspired after listening to that. So, yep, there you go. Patty and Kimberly. They just leave LW. They leave the last Supreme just on stage every time. LW's just like, she's just there, just taking it. Just getting attacked by Flair's trailers. And then the other two Supremes are gone. All right, let's see what this poll looking like. Amazing music tonight. Amazing music. And we have Keith and Davey by a landslide. Shout out to Keith and Davey. That collab was crazy. That was a movie. Good work, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the stream, man. Shout out to everybody that shared the music. Amazing work. Y'all keep it up. If you're not a member of Sync Producer Hub, go to syncproducerhub.com. The link is in the description. We'll review your music as well. We'll also teach you how to get your music placed in TV and film so you can stop having it just live on your computer for free and put it on somebody else's computer that's willing to pay you for it. Shout out to Masa and Zolly Candy for fueling the snacks tonight. This is what we snacked on. I had a few of these and then the other one I devoured. Masa Live. I mean Lime. The Masa Live. That's the new podcast. They redeemed themselves. They came back. I can now stand behind the lime flavor of Masa. Always stood behind Masa. I think it's a great chip. But the lime is hitting the way it's supposed to hit. I rock with that. Let's go. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, B Ward and Jason Dowdy will be on JC Dowdy Music's channel for the Sync Producer Spotlight. So we get to hear a little bit more about B Ward's story, his production and sync journey. It's going to be super dope. So lock in with JasonDowdyMusic.com. No, I'm making up stuff. JC Dowdy Music on YouTube. I just put .com at the end of everything right now. But anyways, let's go. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.